It's the semi-finals of MasterChef The Professionals. After weeks of intense competition, only the most talented 8 remain. Tonight, they cook off against each other for a place in the final 6.
Being a semi-finalist, it feels unreal. Now we have to step up, like, big time.
Do I really want to keep putting myself through this? Do I really want to have all this stress? The answer is yes every time.
From the first day, it's been a fight, but it's fine, I'm here.
8 fabulous chefs. This is when they really have to dial it up.
We're not just looking for good anymore, we need greatness.
Let the battle commence.
Welcome back to the kitchen, chefs, and welcome to your semi-finals. Now is not the time to be complacent. Now you've really got to ramp it up.
We have set you a brief of no waste. You're all chefs. You all understand cost of the ingredients that we use and how important it is to use every vital part. We want to see the best and the worst of these ingredients used. Be creative, create something stunning at the same time.
There's a lot at stake here today. Huge. At the end of this, we are going to choose our best 4 plates, and those 4 chefs will go straight through. The remaining 4 chefs will stay and cook again. And at the end of that cook, 2 will be leaving the competition. 1 hour, 45 minutes to create your no-waste dish. Off you go.
We want to see our chefs be creative with the bits that normally get wasted. Nothing should go to the bin.
The bones, the skin, the offal, the leaves, everything we want to see used.
Make it different, make it interesting, show us what you can do.
Former pro golfer and demi-chef de partie Polly has been cooking for 4 years. She has fought her way to the semi-finals, creating meaningful dishes inspired by family members and memories.
You've made this really exciting. I think it's really good.
When I told people I was in the semi-finals, I mean, everyone screamed. My girlfriend, Grace, screamed. My mum screamed. They're the only 2 who know, actually. I don't trust my grandma. She'll tell the whole village. That's not happening. She can find out when she watches.
Polly, you've always coming in here with a certain kind of positivity about you.
Feeling a bit more serious today. I'm feeling a bit of in a fighting mood, so...
Oh, right.
I want to highlight the langoustine. My dish is a langoustine tortellini, langoustine bisque, and then on the side is chawanmushi. It's kind of like a set custard, which you steam, which actually I first had when I came to London, when I moved into Chinatown. Literally right above the lanterns. That was my window. Finish work and then go just explore all the restaurants. And this is where I found this dish, something that I'd never, ever heard of. And actually, I was like, oh, that's really good.
I love the inspiration behind this, her time in London's Chinatown. So she picked up all those influences and she's bringing it here today. It's great.
Polly's using the langoustine in every way possible, which I think is great. The shells, the heads, and of course the tail themselves. I personally love langoustine. Not the easiest ingredient to work with because they're very delicate. You've got to cook them just right.
Langoustine bisque should be rich of the flavours of the langoustine shells. Hopefully some kind of alcohol to cut through it as well. On the side, we have an eggshell. Polly has emptied out and she's doing a chawanmushi, which is a savoury custard. She's going to put some of that langoustine bisque into it and some little lemon pearls to cut through her custard. Pasta making, the thinness of the tortellini is very important.
Don't normally help.
Feeling nice today.
All the tortellinis as uniform as possible.
I'm just gonna leave them here under cling film so they don't get dry.
Dublin-born Mark has a passion for American barbecue and whole animal butchery. So far in the competition, he has delivered exciting dishes,
I love the bravery. Great flavours, Mark. Really good.
but has struggled with refinement.
Absolutely feeling the pressure today, yeah. It's really on to impress the judges.
I've had one cry in the competition so far, but that was on the train home one day. If I go in and I cook a beautiful dish and it sings, there could be waterworks, who's to say?
Now that you are here in the semi-finals, what was the family thinking?
They're all incredibly proud of me for getting this far. They're very excited that I'm bringing some Irish food to the competition now. So today I'm going to make you a whole trout. So I'm going to do a roast loin. I'm going to cure the tail and confit the belly and the head. And then also some Irish seaweeds. We've got some dillisk, which is very similar to dulse. And then we've got some sea lettuce and some laver. And I'm going to use these to make a condiment that's very traditional in Northern Ireland called slope, which is basically like a preserved seaweed and cultured cream, and some beautiful Irish stout soda bread as well. I couldn't have an Irish dish without giving you a beautiful piece of toasted soda bread.
It's probably the most Irish dish we're ever going to have served in this kitchen.
I hope so. Anyone
Mark.
coming after me will have a high bar to clear.
I'm loving the sound of this, and good luck.
Thank you very much, Chef. Cheers.
Mark, we've got a lot to do, but I do love the little touches that he's bringing into his dish. We've got some trout skins, and he's dried those out and roasted them in the oven so they're nice and crispy.
Trout sauce using the offal to enrich it. I really like that idea.
I think they're talking about me.
He's got a little sort of potted trout dish with some clarified butter and herbs over the top of that. Everything is being used. He's taken the best of Ireland, bringing it together on one plate.
Now living in London after growing up in Brazil, private chef Caroline has had a faultless start to the competition.
Magnificent is a word I'd use.
Whilst ambitious and meticulous, she has struggled with her timings.
Let's go, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. You were touch and go there for time. Caroline, how are you feeling?
I am feeling good, Chef.
You got your clock on?
I have many.
What are you making for us today?
So instead of using one ingredient as a whole, I chose the offcuts. So I'll use chicken wings on the sauce. I'll use the chicken thigh as the main protein of the dish. Chicken livers, I'll make a parfait. And I also will do chicken feet.
Chicken feet? Let me have a look at those things. Got a bit of meat on them.
I will cook them, debone them, and deep fry them.
Debone?
Yeah, I hope I can do it.
I better let you crack on.
Thank you, Chef.
Caroline's dish is pretty ambitious. Chicken's feet, which I know blew Marcus's mind. So that's always fun to see. She's now got to debone the chicken's feet. Chicken's feet are this big. I've got about 300-something bones in my foot. Don't know what a chicken's got, but I think there's a lot. And she hasn't got a lot of time.
My intention is to have something crispy on the dish. That is not the usual chicken skin. It's a bit of work, but hopefully it's going to be worth the time.
She's got the chicken thigh. Personally, I think that's probably the best cut. It's got loads and loads of flavour. She's going to confit that, garlic, thyme, and then she's going to sear it in a pan so it's goes nice and crispy with that kind of meltingly tender meat. That will be lovely. She's putting chicken liver parfait in a little brick pastry cone, like an ice cream. Bit of fun. Parfait, it's got to be silky smooth, not grainy, otherwise that'll be a disaster.
We've got charred sweet corn, smoked sweet corn puree to go with it. Sweet corn and chicken match made in heaven.
I really hope my dish can surprise the judges and they can see skill. But most of all, I just wanted a very, very tasty plate of food. Hopefully, I can make it worthy.
Chefs, 25 minutes have gone.
Guatemalan-born Sal has travelled and worked in over 24 countries. He stood out in the competition with his creative and modern takes on dishes, influenced by his Latin American heritage.
This has flavour, it has depth, everything is perfectly balanced in every single way.
And I'm the semi-finals, so yeah, it's huge.
No waste. Is there an ethos that you stand by in your kitchen?
Yeah, it's always good. I think as a chef, like, you always try to, to maximize the flavor of the ingredients that you use, because that allows you to be creative in so many ways.
I'm seeing a very expensive ingredient on your bench. Tell me what you are not wasting.
I'm not wasting anything of the lobster. I'm using everything. The lobster today, I'm gonna do a scallop and claw mousse with white chocolate. And then also part of the claw, I'm gonna use it to make a croquette. And then I'm gonna have a white chocolate foam.
I've had caviar and white chocolate. That's worked. Lobster and white chocolate is, I'll have to admit, a first for me. Has this been tried and tested?
I tried and tested, yes.
On who?
Well, my girlfriend was the one.
Right, and she's given you the approval for white chocolate and lobster.
She has actually a very good palate.
I love the ambition of this dish.
This is the time, to take risks.
Sal's got lobster tail, which he's got to get cooked just right. He's putting the mousse over the top, and then he's steaming that. And then he's going to grate some white chocolate over the top, and then just blowtorch it so that the white chocolate melts, which is a fascinating combination. The white chocolate, very, very sweet. Where this sits with the lobster, I'm not so sure.
I think my dish is inventive. It's risky. I really hope to deliver what is in my mind, and the judges get what I'm trying to do. In my trials, I made it work, so let's hope today it works as well.
I love the sound of it. It's adventurous, it's brave, it's bold, and if he pulls it off, he's going to go sailing through.
Junior sous chef Georgia has impressed with her bold flavors and technical ability, with dishes inspired by growing up in France and living and working in Spain and Italy.
It's sort of like that Mediterranean dish that's just all dancing. This is really good.
But when she pushes herself, she has a tendency to panic.
This looks a little hectic.
So, Georgia, I'm looking at your dish. I see courgettes, see a rabbit being taken apart there. This is Italian, Mediterranean.
Yeah, there's a lot of Italian in this dish. So I'm using the whole rabbit. I'm going to stuff the saddle with the offal, roll it up, wrap it in Parma ham with sage leaves. That's kind of to imitate a bit of a saltimbocca alla romana, if you've ever had one.
Yep.
Cooking down the leg meat in the pressure cooker and mix it with some herbs and some preserved lemon and stuff a courgette flour with it.
OK.
I'm going to deep fry the eyeballs in tempura batter.
I can see them over the side there. I mean, you're fitting the brief. Have you ever eaten a deep-fried rabbit eyeball?
Well, I had to try it, yeah.
And what are they like?
Crispy.
Georgia's got quite a lot of technique and skill going through her dish, but it's the amount of work that she's given herself once again. It's going to be about timing. There's no fat on a rabbit at all. So you have to be very, very careful and very delicate in the way you cook it.
I have never had a rabbit eye. You know what? I'll let the guys try this one first.
I hope that they see that I'm trying to be creative with the use of the whole ingredient. And it will probably give people a laugh at home to watch the judges eat some eyeballs.
Chefs, you are halfway through. Don't waste a second.
So far in the competition, head chef Ismail has excelled with his dishes influenced by his Bangladeshi heritage. His lamb halim pop-up dish was voted most popular, automatically earning him a semi-final place.
I would eat that all day long, 10 out of 10.
Ismail's dish, pan-fried poussin breast. He's got a little poussin lollipop, which is fun. And he's taking the leg and he's boning it out and stuffing it with the poussin liver.
There's a lot of work involved here. Got a potato cake with a spiced poussin going through it. We got wilted spinach and poussin and mushroom sauce.
He's also got a little chili jam, which I'm really curious about. Chili jam with a mushroom sauce. How's that going to work out?
Today, I'm going to give the judges the best poussin dish they ever try. It's a little bit different than what I normally cook so far, but I'm using all my technique to wow the judges.
Ismail, the brief, how do you feel about it?
I was very confident when I heard about the brief because growing up in Bangladesh, we didn't have unlimited source of food. So no wastage was one of the big part in my life. So my mom had to do breakfast, lunch, dinner with a very minimum amount of supply. My mom used to come up with this amazing dish with the potato skin or leftover rice.
Fabulous. Oh, lovely story. Right, chefs, you've got about 40 minutes left, OK?
Yes, chef.
40. Let's go.
Private Chef Gareth from Manchester has impressed with his playful takes on the classics. He secured his place in the semi-finals with a creative, fun, but technically challenging crowd pleaser.
I thought that was absolutely fantastic. Great take on cheesy chips. Really elevated it.
There's nowhere to hide with it. It's trying to get all the best bits out of one ingredient. But so far, I'm happy.
Cauliflower. Is this a crowd pleaser?
I wanted to show that, you know, the most humble things you can elevate and you can deliver something really tasty. I'm looking around the room here. I'm seeing lobsters and langoustines, and I've got a cauliflower. And we've got a cauliflower steak as the centerpiece that's going to be cooked almost like a protein. Then we've got a caramelized cauliflower puree. We've got pickled cauliflower. It's going to be raw cauliflower. I'm going to tempura the leaves, and then anything that is left is going into a stock. And then I'm going to monte some smoked butter through.
So how are you going to get the different dimensions? You're dealing with just cauliflower.
That's what I want to show the skill in doing, is trying to make each element different from each other.
So what are the raisins hanging around here for?
So this is a caper and raisin puree. It just adds that sort of acidity and depth of flavour.
I'm very excited about cauliflower.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Not a single thing has been wasted here. And I like the addition of the caper and raisin puree for a bit of sweetness, and of course smoked butter sauce. It does need something different on this plate, otherwise everything will taste the same.
I remember when we lived in Newcastle, there was a busker who was singing a song about cauliflower. Cauliflower, cauliflower, cauliflower cheese. No, I don't like you cauliflower cheese. I thought, well, he hasn't tried my cauliflower.
Chefs, you have just 15 minutes left.
Wait.
Portsmouth-born head chef Luke has wowed with his precise cookery and range of technical skills. So far, he's delivered beautifully presented dishes with standout flavours.
It's a wonderful, wonderful plate of food.
How good does that taste? Sublime.
I'm definitely always looking for the perfect round. I want them to not be able to find any negatives and to love my dish. When they don't, it's sometimes quite hard to take. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because that's what you need to focus on to become better. I quite enjoyed doing this, actually, because I really had to think about it. I took inspiration from things that are on my menu at the moment and thinking, right, how could I use that more? I'm basing the dish around salmon. I'm using the fillets, the belly and the bones. Tried to create the rest of the dish using byproducts from things that are not normally used in the kitchen or not used enough. So the sauce is made from the milk that the burrata comes in. I've used only the pancetta skins to flavour the sauce. The puree is cauliflower stalks only.
Okay, yeah.
Luke's approach I found really interesting. He's curing the salmon fillet in cider. It works nicely, I can see that. The sweetness going with the fish.
Salmon belly, which is glazing with a little bit of mustard. Belly is fattier than the main part of the salmon itself, bringing that lovely rich flavour to the dish. We've got a cream sauce that's going to be split with lovage oil. He's using the brine that the burrata comes in. Quite unusual. And so I'm interested to see how strong that flavour is once it's been reduced down.
He's got a cauliflower and pickled walnut puree. Pickled walnuts will blow your head off. They are really, really punchy. This dish, I think, lives and dies on whether he can get that balance right.
Chefs, you have just 2 minutes left.
It's getting tight, yeah, but I think I'm gonna make it. I just have to push it.
Chefs, last 60 seconds. Get in on the plate, please.
I don't even know if I've done everything I wanted to do. I've hardly looked at my sheet.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
All coming together nicely?
Yes, chef, we're getting there.
Yeah?
Extra chicken feet for Marcus, please.
Yes, please.
Time's up. Stand back.
Using the whole lobster, private chef Sel has served lobster tail topped with a lobster scallop and white chocolate mousse, caviar and potato skins, lobster bisque, lobster oil, lobster claw and potato croquette, and a coconut and white chocolate foam.
Sel, I'm absolutely loving this. This is wonderful. The white chocolate, when you read out the white chocolate, we were all a little bit in fear. But you've used it really well. You've used it sparingly. I think every element you've executed brilliantly. As a diner, you're having to put your faith and your trust in the chef, and you've pulled it off really well.
So, you know, you said you wanted to take a bit of a risk, and you certainly have. Lobster, beautifully cooked. The mousse is beautiful and smooth. I mean, it's so light. It's almost like you pumped it up. It's that light. Coconut and white chocolate foam. Not getting the coconut that much, but the white chocolate element of it is delicious. And your little potato croquette on the side is lovely, crunchy, crispy, and again, light. This is a beautifully accomplished plate of food from you.
The bisque, it's wonderful. Got great texture, the sweetness of the lobster. The tail itself is so tender, so soft, just cooked. No waste is what we wanted. You've used every part of the lobster. That's really well put together.
It was such a race, but then hearing their feedback, and they actually loved it. So I just feel amazing, especially at this stage of the competition.
Demi-chef de partie Polly's dish is langoustine tortellini, grilled langoustine tail, and a langoustine claw bisque, served with chawanmushi, a steamed savoury custard, flavoured with langoustine bisque and topped with lemon pearls.
I think it's incredibly ambitious and very, very creative. What I've got here is beautiful use of langoustines, and I think the langoustine tail that you've got and the way you've prepared it and just slightly torched it is delicious. Your little tortellinis are beautifully made. Fill them up a bit more. I want to really get the langoustine flavour.
Your bisque, it's light, it's sweet. I really enjoy it. The little egg custard here, it's a bit of fun, but I find there's too many of the lemon balls on there. It just overtakes just this little custard.
In terms of hit and brief, I think you've absolutely nailed it. But I'm not really getting custard from this. It's a little bit watery. I'm expecting it to be a bit more set. I'm not 100% on board with this, and it hasn't quite hit the mark.
I would literally pay you like 20 grand to not cook again. I really don't want to.
Celebrating his homeland of Ireland, Chef Patron Mark's dish is roasted trout loin, grilled leeks topped with cured trout tail, crispy trout skin and sea lettuce, potato colcannon wrapped in cabbage, seaweed sloke, a condiment made with sour cream and lava seaweed, trout sauce made from trout bones and trout roe and dillisk, an Irish seaweed, served with potted trout and Irish stout soda bread.
Presentation-wise, there's a lot going on here. My trout, it's lovely. It hasn't dried out. I like that it's a little bit crispy on the top there. So we've got the cured tail. That's nice. The potatoes, I think, is just lost in all this cabbage. And the cabbage, especially where it's really dark and green, you really have to cook that down. And this condiment, It's almost like the seaweed hasn't been rinsed through enough. It's a bit gritty.
I love the potted trout. I think that's brilliant. The soda bread obviously is delicious, but there's lots of seaweed going on in this plate, which obviously brings its own saltiness. This little condiment, which I was very excited about, I can't eat it. It's too salty.
Your sauce is delicious, got lots of body. I like that a lot. Completely understand what you're doing and using absolutely everything in many, many different ways. But there's just too much here for me. Too many flavours just banging around with each other, and none of them are marrying together, unfortunately.
I think I have a very high chance of cooking again. I think it'd be miraculous to escape the gallows.
For his no-waste dish, head chef Luke has served cider-cured salmon fillet, English mustard-glazed salmon belly topped with diced apple, celery, and pickled mustard seeds, cauliflower stalk, pickled walnut and raisin puree, topped with toasted pumpkin seeds, finished with a sauce made from burrata milk, pancetta skins, salmon bones, and split with lovage oil.
Look, the salmon that's charred on there, it's beautifully pink, it's flaking away, got a bit of saltiness that cuts through everything. The mustard glazed belly has got a kick of the mustard. I quite like that. I love mustard.
I love the simplicity of the presentation. I love your big, bold, strong flavours. I did worry about the pickled walnut, but you've used it sparingly. This is one of the nicest dishes I've had from you. I think this is just ace. I could eat that all day long.
Luke, I looked at your plate and I thought, not very creative until I started eating it. This is delicious. Split sauce works well. What I think is really clever, using the liquid from the burrata, because that is the one thing that you do see get thrown away. It is buttery in a sauce, and it's quite a different creamy flavour. The use of no waste, genius. Well done, great job.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really happy after that. Yeah, that's what I've been looking for, I think, this whole time, and I've got it now, so I'm happy. Sense of relief, I think.
Brazilian private chef Caroline's dish is based around offcuts of chicken and sweet corn, chicken thigh confit in garlic and thyme, fried chicken feet, charred sweet corn panels, charred baby gem cooked in chicken stock, smoked sweet corn puree, chicken liver parfait served in a pastry cone, and a sauce made from chicken wings and sweet corn cob.
You did remove the nails, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Checking.
Okay.
Caroline, the thigh, you've confit it down, charred it, and it's beautiful. It's crispy on the skin. And then your little parfait cone on the side there, it's smooth. The brief we gave you was no waste. The chicken that you've used, it's creative and very thoughtful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your little parfait is colossal in flavour. Your little chicken feet, the texture of it, and then the crunchy coating on the outside is great because it's fun. The sauce is fabulous, really lovely body, got the chicken flavour in there. There's a huge amount of skill on show here. It's a fabulous dish.
I love the smokiness in the puree. I think that's great. Sweet corn panels, nice, fresh flavours, which sort of marry nicely with that beautifully intense sauce. It looks like a simple plate of food, but when you get into it, it blows you away. Amazing. Well done.
Thanks so much.
Well done.
I'm so happy they enjoyed. Very happy.
Highlighting the whole rabbit, junior sous chef Georgia's dish is offal stuffed rabbit saddle wrapped in sage and Parma ham, pan-fried rabbit loin, pea puree, fried courgette flour stuffed with rabbit leg meat, deep-fried rabbit foreleg topped with a fried rabbit eye, finished with a rabbit sauce.
Go on.
How was that, Matt?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Well done.
Lovely.
You can have my one.
No.
Georgia, you've got the belly with the offal and sage and, of course, the Parma ham around it. I think that's beautifully made. It hasn't dried out. Using the bones to make your sauce, it's creamy, it's rich. I just find that the sauce with the pea puree, it sort of becomes one.
When I look at the plate and I see the peas, the courgette flowers, and the herbs, it's almost like a rabbit sort of dancing around the kitchen garden, nibbling at all the things it shouldn't, and it tastes great. Courgette flour with the stuffed leg in there is delicious. The tempura is well made. Your pea puree's got sweetness to it. Your courgettes are fabulous. I love the little crunchy front legs there, beautifully cooked.
I like what you've done with all the different components. You managed to make them all taste very different. I mean, the eye was a step too far, but you knew that. You can't taste it tonight. It's just a little nugget of something in batter. But you know what? You can run with the brief, so well done you.
Thank you. My mum even said you should have a few raisins on the plate and pretend that you're using the droppings as well. So I didn't go that far.
London-based head chef Ismail's dish is sous vide poussin breast, marinated in yogurt, poussin legs stuffed with liver, spiced potato cake filled with poussin thigh, chili flakes, and mustard oil, poussin lollipop, wilted spinach, chili jam with ginger, smoked paprika and garlic, finished with a creamy mushroom sauce.
Like the way you've used the poussin. There's lovely notes of spice. Your sauce is mushroomy, it's got herbs in there, but a mushroom sauce and a chili jam just not coming together for me. It doesn't work. I like the flavour of your potato cake, but the bottom of my potato cake is slightly dark and burnt and charred, and the spinach is over-seasoned.
I like the yoghurt coating on the little poussin breast. It's very nicely cooked. And the little stuffed leg as well. It's great.
You have definitely used the poussin as much as possible to avoid any wastage. The offal, which you've put in the pocket of the leg, I really like that. It's nice, it hasn't dried out. But the sweet chili jam and the creamy mushroom sauce, they're fighting each other and no one's winning.
Judges were right, for sure. The mushroom sauce was the problem, but it's not good enough in this point of the competition.
For his no-ways dish, Private Chef Gareth has served cauliflower 6 ways. Cauliflower steak, caramelized cauliflower puree, pickled cauliflower, raw cauliflower, tempura cauliflower leaf, caper and raisin puree, and a cauliflower sauce finished with smoked butter.
I find the actual main part, the cauliflower here, you could really maybe baste it in foaming butter to bring the nuttiness out of it. The crispy texture of the leaves are great, and the pickled cauliflower as well. It's got a little bit of sharpness, and it needs it. It's the only sort of point of difference. But I do admire the way you've used everything on the cauliflower.
There's a lot of richness in this, what with the puree and that incredibly rich sauce with all that smoked butter in there. The balance is just a little bit off. It's quite kind of monotone. The two elements that really lift this dish is the caper and raisin puree and the pickled cauliflower.
Ignore those two. I think this is excellent. I think it's real skill. You've taken something really simple and elevated it, and that's what we're looking for. Your puree is delicious. Your cauliflower is beautifully cooked. The pickling, the rawness, great. But the sauce, the added touch of smoky butter into it. It's like you get a good roast dinner and you've got a great gravy. It's absolutely brilliant.
Look at you.
I know, but I think that's just added another 10 minutes onto the judges.
I got some good comments, but it was a mixed bag, you know, and it's those small details that really matter at this stage. I really hope that Marcus is fighting my corner.
This was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
What a fabulous start to our semi-finals. Huge amount of ambition, a lot of bravery, no waste cookery, not easy.
Shall we talk about our favourite chefs first?
Luke, in a plate of food that didn't look much, but when it came to eating, it was sensational. I love the sauce, the burrata brine, great milky sort of flavour. I thought it was the best plate of food we've had from Luke. I thought it was outstanding.
So I think we all agree Luke goes through. Super brave from Sal, putting white chocolate with lobster, but he pulled it off.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. And it's amazing to come into this competition with a combination that none of us had tried before.
I like the fact that the white chocolate was very lightly in the dish. Sal did a great job.
I thought Caroline played an absolute blinder today. What looked like a very simplistic plate of food was utterly delicious. I love that smokiness in the sweet corn, the skill in boning out the little chicken's foot, and that beautiful, rich parfait.
I agree. She was outstanding today.
Caroline deserves to go through.
Are there any chefs that we think should definitely be cooking again?
I think Mark is a chef that had some issues with his trout dish. I really admire the use of the trout, but the puree with the seaweed and the sour cream, it was gritty and just very salty for you, wasn't it?
Really salty, really salty. I didn't think Ismail had a great day. It was nice. The mushroom sauce and that chili jam as well, the two just didn't work.
I think Ismail has to come back in and prove himself once more.
That leaves us a conversation to be had about Polly's langoustine dish, Georgia with the rabbit dish, and Gareth with his cauliflower dish.
This is all about those finer details of cooking, just the little intricacies that separate them from going straight through to having to come back. It's a tough one. We asked you to come back into this kitchen and really up the ante, and boy, did you do that. We've had some incredible plates of food in front of us. We did say at the beginning that 4 of you will be going straight through and that 4 of you will be having to come back and cook again, and we have made that decision.
There were 3 standout dishes. Sel, Caroline, and Luke. Chefs, that was fantastic. Congratulations. And the 4th and final chef going straight through is Georgia. Congratulations. Georgia, Luke, Caroline, Sel, you're through to the next round. We'll see you there. Off you go. Thank you.
Need another round.
Wow.
Oh my God. Congratulations, guys.
We realise not one of you wants to be cooking again, but we know how good you are. You know what it's going to take. One outstanding dish. For this next challenge, we're opening up the MasterChef larder. We want you to create that one amazing dish using this array of wonderful ingredients. But there is no meat or fish. Chefs, you have 1 hour and 20 minutes to keep yourselves in this competition. At the end of this cook-off, 2 of you will be leaving. Wish you the best of luck. Off you go.
Without meat and fish, there's no real immediate centre point to choose. You've got to then think on your feet, you've got to think differently, and you've got to come up with something fast.
My wife is a vegetarian, so I'm used to cooking a lot of vegetarian food. So I think I can do something delicious.
I don't like those odds. 50-50 is, you know, it's not particularly in my favour. Don't feel comfortable or relaxed in any way.
I saw some beautiful mushrooms and things here. That's generally the vibe I'm going so far. Not ready to go home just yet, so we're gonna go out fighting if we're going out at all.
I've got somewhat of a plan. Simple, delicious. I'm worried it's maybe a little bit too simple.
Being a chef, you've always got to make sure that, like, no one sees the panic that goes on underneath and no one sees the freaking out that happens every day in these kind of extremely intense situations.
So one of my favorite dishes was shrimp and grits. Saw the mushrooms there, and then I was like ferreting around for other things, and then eventually saw the polenta. I was like, ooh, that could be, grits, shrimp and grits. So I'm gonna give you a shrooms and grits. A nice selection of mushrooms, a really nice cheesy polenta, which is very similar to grits, and then some nice fried duck eggs.
This is a dish you've had away somewhere, presumably, States?
Yes, it's a dish I've had in South Carolina, and it's right on the bay, lots of like nice shrimp and things like that. But, you know, you move a little bit more inland, and there they would sub out the kind of seafood for lots of like forest ingredients like mushrooms that I'm going to be doing here today.
So you're feeling okay about this?
A lot of the dish still to come together and a lot of refinement still to bring to it, but we'll see how we go.
You don't fancy giving us any more Irish dishes?
No, I felt like I embarrassed my homeland enough for one day. I do eventually want to be able to make it back into the country, so...
Mark's dish has been inspired from trips to America. It's all about mushrooms and polenta. We've got oyster and chanterelle mushrooms. We've got a cheesy polenta going on, fried kale, and a green chili sauce. But Mark's going to make sure he's going to bring some texture to this plate.
This could be the perfect brunch dish, but its refinement is what we're looking for. He's got to get the mushrooms clean, cooked, beautifully seasoned. We've got polenta perfectly cooked and plenty of cheese in there so we can taste it.
Probably one of the stumbling blocks that Mark's going to face is the presentation. How do you take such a homespun dish and elevate it?
Chefs, you've had 20 minutes. 20 minutes gone.
The invention test has been awful so far. I mean, I've not liked them at all. The last invention test, I went in thinking I was cooking a Thai curry and I came out with 6 plums. Who knows what's going to happen?
You've cooked things that you've enjoyed having with your family at home. Is this one of those dishes?
It's not particularly a family favourite of mine, but I want to show that I can deliver big flavours and balance, which I think is what I was missing in the last round. And so I'm doing a Thai red curry. So that's going to be a sauce on the side. There's going to be a burnt aubergine puree. I'm going to char a hispy cabbage. Then there's going to be a little tempura aubergine disc. I've travelled a lot through Southeast Asia, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, and it's a cuisine that I really enjoy eating.
If you pull this off, that's a trip well spent.
I hope so.
Gareth is whisking us away to Thailand. How nice of him.
He's making a Thai red curry sauce. Ginger and garlic. He's cooking that out with a selection of spices, some chili as well.
He's got an aubergine puree with some miso in it, so lots and lots of strong umami flavours. So he's got to get that right. He's got an aubergine tempura, so you need nice, light, crisp batter, soft, cooked aubergine.
He's using hispy cabbage, which is charring, and then he's semi-braising it, so he's got a little bit of bite, a bit of texture. Fabulous, and a perfect ingredient for a dish like this.
Please?
It's going to be the Thai curry sauce that's going to bring it all together.
Chefs, you're halfway through.
Done a lot of competitions and you learn how to forget about the judges, no offence, forget about the other contestants, but just get in your zone. So now have a little sing-song, la la, in your head, just cook.
Polly, looking at your bench here, trying to understand what you're going for with the mushrooms, potato, sugar and onions.
It's just an inside to a chef's brain, you know. I started out with something with the mushrooms and the potatoes and the blue cheese, but then it wasn't like a whole dish. I'm actually doing one of the dishes which my head chef first kind of taught me, caramelised onion tartare. So then I was like, all right, caramelised onions. I was like, cheese board.
Cheese board sort of flavours.
Yeah.
Amazing.
There's a wow factor with the tartare. But is it just going to be onion and caramel? You could possibly put in some spices into it. It's got to be seasoned, and I want the pastry to be perfectly cooked.
She's got a goat's cheese mousse, creamy, silky smooth, hopefully.
We've got a fig-style chutney. She's pickling the figs down, so you're going to get your sweet and sour. You don't want to be too sour. She's also got some candied pecans as well.
I'm really excited about Polly's dish. She's got all those flavours in the cheese board, and hopefully, if she does this right, this will see it through.
Chefs, you have 20 minutes left.
Yes, chef. In MasterChef kitchen, and when you are cooking in front of Marcus and Monica, sometimes my brain stops working. So my aim would be to do what I do in a normal life and come up with the best dish I can.
Ismail, are you comfortable cooking without meat and fish?
I'm very comfortable. I love vegetarian food. Back home, veggie is quite a big thing. When we eat, we always have some side dish which is veggie. Also, I do cook a lot of vegetarian curries.
Tell us about this dish.
I'm making butternut squash, mango, and chickpea curry. So I want to bring back a lot of flavor.
So a little taste of home here.
Little taste of home today, chef.
Great.
What I want to show now that I deserve my place in the semi-final.
Good luck.
Thank you, chef.
Ismail is back to taking inspiration from Bangladesh. I'm excited about the butternut mango chickpea curry. We got spiced rice and lentils, it's called a khichdi.
Then he's giving us a bhaji-esque fritter using courgettes, more spices, and some sweet corn. On top of that, we've got this cooling tamarind yogurt, which will be lovely.
Loads of spice everywhere in this dish, which is good. It's what we're looking for. I'm expecting this to be good.
This is your final 2 minutes.
Great.
I've got my aubergine puree ready. I've got my Thai sauce. We're getting there.
Final touches on the plates.
They're definitely winning.
Spicy is good.
That is it. Time's up.
Inspired by the classic Southern States dish, shrimp and grits, Mark has made shrooms and grits. Sautéed mushrooms with nigella seeds. Grits, a corn dish made with cheesy polenta and topped with a poached duck egg and pine nuts. Pickled apple, and a green chili sauce flavored with kale, hazelnuts, and sour cream.
Mark, I think you've done very well here. This is very inventive. I've had shrimp and grits in Louisiana before. It's always coming with chili or some sort of hot accompaniment, which is what you're bringing in this little sauce. You've got the kale in the sauce, you've got a little bit of chili, you've got that back note of the hazelnuts. All in all, it builds to a very nice plate of food.
Thank you, Chef.
I like how your dish is being served. It looks good. I feel like I'm having a wonderful brunch dish here. Beautifully poached egg, which cracks into the polenta. I'm enjoying all the textures of the pine nuts as I'm eating this, which is very much needed because it is very soft.
The apple does bring freshness to the dish, and the mushrooms as well, beautifully cooked. Love the little pea shoots on top. I think if there's one thing missing for me here, a piece of bread or something like a fried sourdough would just really help elevate the whole dish a little bit further because it's soft on top of soft on top of soft.
That was probably one of the hardest cooks of the competition so far. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's really hard to tell now if that's enough. If that wasn't, then at least I can go out with some pretty respectable feedback.
Inspired by the flavors of a cheese board, Polly served caramelized onion tarte tatin, topped with blue cheese and candied pecans, goat's cheese mousse, and lightly pickled figs.
Nice presentation, but you should maybe move it a bit more to the center.
Your onions are beautifully caramelized. I like the pecans. They're bringing a lovely little nutty sweetness to it. Problem I'm having with this is your pastry. It's not cooked enough. It's really, really soft. And I think you could have done a little bit more of adding flavour into the caramel to make it a little bit more exciting than just elaborate on your skill.
My tart looks like it is cooked more than Marcus's. I love the addition of the blue cheese. That was a bit of out-the-blue curveball. Gives you that nice kind of saltiness to go with the sweetness of the onions. The pickled fig, Really works. And again, offsets the sweetness.
I wish you had put more of that goat's cheese mousse because it's delicious and it is needed. It's a lot of onion. You need that mousse to finish this tart.
At like this level, you need all three being, this is amazing. If you have one who doesn't, no. Yeah.
Gareth has served charred hispy cabbage flavoured with lime and ginger, aubergine tempura with a lime glaze, burnt aubergine and miso puree, and a Thai red curry sauce flavoured with lemongrass, galangal, and chili.
The cabbage is perfectly cooked, it really is. When I cut into it, I can see the butter just in there, I can see the shine of it coming through. And then just to really bring the whole thing together, you've got this beautiful Thai sauce here with the right level of heat. You've got the right balance of the lemongrass in there, and it's a beautiful dish.
Thank you, Chef.
The charred hispy, just drowned in this red curry sauce, for me, is delightful. And even the aubergine, it doesn't look like much, but the fact you've got, a bit of citrus through that tempura, it sort of cuts through the richness. It's delicious. I really like this.
Thank you.
I love the miso and the burnt aubergine puree. You basted the tempura aubergine with a little glaze, quite heavy on the lime, but it really is needed against the richness of that sauce, and it just brightens the whole dish. I think it's very clever. I like it a lot. Well done.
I'm feeling happy. I mean, it couldn't have been better feedback. The feeling of relief is outrageous.
To secure his place in the competition, Ismail's made butternut squash, cashew and chickpea curry, rice with lentils spiced with chili flakes, crispy kale and chili, served with a courgette and sweet corn fritter, topped with tamarind yogurt.
Ismail, I like your presentation. It looks great. I like the curry. You've got the sweetness of the butternut squash in there. I really like the fritter, the sweet corn. You've used chickpea flour to bind it. The yogurt on the top's got a bit of sharpness on there, sort of citrus-like. And yeah, it's a nice little treat on the side.
The curry's delicious. You've got a fantastic level of heat, just right. Lots and lots of flavour in there without being overpowering. So well done, you, for that.
I'm finding the rice a bit on the soft side, if I'm honest with you. Your curry and your squash are very soft as well. The kale, crispy kale, it's lost its crispiness. That's really soft. Where's that next level cookery that I was looking for?
Mixed comment. I cooked with my heart and the flavor was there, but I don't know if it's good enough to keep me in the competition.
These chefs came back in fighting, and they created something wonderful.
Not one of them wants to go home at this stage. Gareth gave us the hispy cabbage, charred and then glazed with wonderful garlic and butter. The red curry sauce had a lemongrass and spice in that, and it was delicious.
I loved that little lick of sweetness with the lime over the tempura, which was super light. The cabbage was fantastic. I thought it was wonderful.
I agree. I think out of the four chefs, Gareth's dish was the best.
That leaves us in discussion with Mark, Polly, and Ishmael.
Ismail gave us butternut squash cashew nut curry.
I love that little fritter, that sharp addition with the yoghurt and the tamarind.
You can't deny it had great flavour, but it was just all a little bit too soft.
Polly gave us her red onion tart tatin. Loved the goat's cheese, but I thought she should have put more on the plate. Marcus, your pastry was slightly undercooked compared to ours.
Tartatan, the pastry, it's got to be crispy, caramelised and delicious. It didn't quite hit that.
I really liked Mark's dish. I think it was very inventive.
The polenta was rich with the parmesan running through it. I quite liked the sauce with the green chilli.
I just thought, personally, I'd have preferred a little bit of sourdough on the side.
This is a difficult decision. There's not a lot that's separating these three chefs.
I would be very upset if that was the end of my competition, but on the flip side, I've done what I came here to do. I feel like I've cooked lots of things that mean a lot to me.
course I want to stay, but everyone here is incredible chefs. You can go home doing good dishes.
I'm worried I don't want to go home, but that's the part of the competition. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose.
We did say earlier on that 2 of you will be going home. We have made that decision. The first chef staying in the competition is Gareth. Well done.
Thank you.
The second chef staying in the competition is Mark. Well done.
Polly, you've been great to have in the competition. And every step of the way, no matter how tough it's got, you've done it with an amazing smile on your face, which is quite a rare thing in kitchens. Ismail, your flavours, your passion, outstanding. You two have been amazing. Unfortunately, it is the end of the road. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Thank you, Chef. I'm a little bit sad, but made it to the semi-final. I think it's a big achievement, so I'm happy about that.
I can't put into words how difficult this competition is, but I'm super proud of myself. Watch this space.
Gareth, Mark, congratulations. You live to fight another day.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I feel really good. Today was the toughest day in the kitchen so far. It's getting to that stage where everyone's pushing themselves, everyone's going above and beyond, and it's just becoming a real strong head race.
I'm really, really happy. Bring it on. Final 6, baby.
Next time, the 6 remaining chefs
Ooh, smoky.
are challenged to impress one of Britain's rising culinary stars.
John Dory is one of my favourite fish.
Probably not a good time to tell you I've never cooked one before, so...
Before fighting for a place in the final 5.
My parfait has defrosted and it's not nice.
This is a cracking dessert in every way for me. You've done it very, very well.